Hello, my friend. I am really into NDE accounts, near death experiences, and yesterday I watched a few. Sometimes they come back from the other side and they have they claim that they've been shown information about the future. And I watched a few yesterday, and there was kind of a disturbing corroboration between those three that I watched. And I'm going to be pretty vague about what that was specifically, but I think that it's going to make sense, and I think you're going to understand what I'm saying that they were saying. This is not what I'm saying. Um, and whether it's true or not, I don't know. I really don't know. Um, I would hope not, but first, I just kind of want to explain my perspective on this political division and kind of like where we're going as a species. So, I have been on like a spiritual awakening journey, like a lot of people. It's been a long, bumpy road. At this point, I can safely say I feel a lot more peace in my day-to-day experience than I've ever felt in my life, and it's been a result of this um, mindfulness practice, but also like there's different books for. It's basically about bringing unconscious wounds conscious, so that you can face them and do something about it. And so I see. So ideally, I believe humanity is moving. Well, there's a few different directions, but one of those directions is a more love-based, peaceful, sort of like Age of Aquarius type society. And It's not like some sort of quick thing, overnight thing. Maybe 50 years or 50 to 100 years, something like that. It's going to be a progression. And so this is what life has shown me, is that as things unfold and certain things happen, you think maybe at some point in your life where you would think, okay, that's a bad thing, that's the wrong direction, or that's not the right way. And then later on down the road, it makes sense why that piece fell into that place for that reason. The best example that I can think of is if you're building a house. I don't know much about building a house. I've never built a house. I've never watched anyone build a house. And perhaps if I were watching someone build a house, there would be certain steps in the process where I'd be like, what are they doing? That doesn't really make sense at all. That doesn't seem right. This doesn't seem like a house. So you probably get what I'm saying here, is as we progress on this pathway toward that peaceful version of society, there's going to be events and pieces of the puzzle, little Tetris pieces that fall, and you're thinking, that's not going to fit there, that doesn't make sense. Later on, it makes sense. And so with this political division, there was a time where I was in a self-righteous little place, and I thought I knew, and conservatives are bad and liberals are good. Now it's a lot more complex than that to me. There's a lot more nuance. I believe that most decent people want the same general outcome, a happy, peaceful society, but just have different perspectives on how to get there, and different perspectives on where the real deception is coming from regarding people who've been in positions of power. And so that's really where all this disagreement is. Sorry if this is really, really shaky. That's where all this disagreement is coming from, is disagreements on where this deception is coming from. And I do think that Donald Trump is going to win the election. What these people were saying yesterday, and I don't know, and I sure hope this isn't the case, because I wouldn't wish this on anyone. We may eventually have to get comfortable with the idea of J.D. Vance being president. I hope that's incorrect. If any of you 270 subscribers know Donald Trump personally, maybe encourage him to get some extra protection at this time. Again, I really am not, I don't know. I just don't know. We'll see. Regardless, that direction, even though this is just how I see it from an intuitive standpoint as well as, as from a logical standpoint, that direction is the correct direction to get us broken out of the free-range slave system. Now, like I was saying, this is a progression. It's not like Donald Trump and the, JD Vance and the people who are, around him and who are going to work with him as president are 100% correct about everything. There are things that they as individuals are going to discover and learn and grow on in their journey too. So, so don't worry. We are on that pathway toward that love-based age of Aquarius place. It's just the pathway doesn't always look like we think it's going to look. More than anything, getting control of our energy at this time, keeping our mind in the now as much as possible. That's where you commune with God, in the now. Your connection, I have felt it from time to time, actually, physically. It's not up here. It's like, it's almost like you sit down in your awareness. When you come into the now, you kind of feel yourself shift into this general area of the body. There is an actual connection to God in that space. And we need to be occupying that space more and more and more than ever, so that we can create the best possible outcome in our own personal lives, but then also for humanity. Fighting with each other over who they voted for, or thinking that somebody is bad or stupid because of who they voted for, is not a love-based way. When we have disagreements and we see things differently, we can do it without the rage. I used to live with this little ball of rage inside of me about, oh my goodness, so many things. This ball of rage is gone. It's not to say that I don't have emotions and things like that, but like this feeling that you need to tell other people why they're wrong and you're right is gone. Just, it's sort of like having your perspectives. You can have your perspectives. You can disagree with other people without the rage, without the hatred. It doesn't have to be so charged. And what ends up happening is I believe that when we operate from that, now that's not to say, don't do things, don't interact with your environment. Sometimes you have to do things like that. But the key is if you can manage your energy and manage that rage, that anger, then we have a more positive outcome. We don't want to become accidentally like those that we speak out against. And so I just wanted to share that with you. Again, I do hope that those people, I don't know what the future holds, but ultimately we are on track to break out of the free range system. Everybody can calm down. Let's all come together. Sometimes I say it, we can disagree. We do not have to agree on everything. I still have respect for you if we disagree. I don't think you're stupid if we disagree. Sometimes we just see things differently, and that is okay, my friend. So I appreciate you so much. Like and subscribe if you like my little weird video. Please have an amazing day. Bye for now.